Hello everyone, we are back with more Trials Rising. Gonna be real upfront with you, having a bad day today. Not expecting not expecting to do real well. I'm a little frustrated, it's extremely hot once again, having some car trouble, having general life problems. And yeah, so I feel like tackling this where I have to complete 3 races in a row and basically finish first in most of them, pretty sure will make me scream, so we're not going to do that. We're going to play some tracks we've already played, I think, in this episode. That's new, and these two are new. And wasn't there a contract back here? Oh no, it was the tutorial. Opened a new tutorial, I think. No, it didn't. So why is it showing his face now when it didn't before? Okay. Skill game. We're not going to do basketball. Really was not fun for me. I didn't enjoy that. What do we want to do? Are these new as well? Oh, these also seem to be new. So maybe we will do some new. Okay. So we'll do some new tracks. Let's try Vietnam Vaults. No more than 6 faults, not a problem. Pick our motorcycle, why not? I tried to play Far Cry 5 again. I think I talked about that in the last episode. That game is not good. I don't get why people loved it so much. I thought 3 and 4 were good games. 5, it just kind of rubs me the wrong way. So without spoiling anything, right? Every game up until now usually follows with one big crazy jerk and then you doing your best to stop him. So in Far Cry 2, that was the Jackal. In Far Cry 3, it was Voss. Far Cry 4 was Pagan Min. And in this one is no different. There's a crazy bad guy. And part of his bad guyness is that you're trapped in an isolated location and you kind of fight to, take care of the bad guy. Which, okay, that's kind of the point of the game, right? So my question is, how does one isolate an entire section of rural America? Like, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be set in the 70s, like, based on the look of some of the characters. But, okay, even in the 70s, it seems like a real stretch that you could just isolate an entire section of, like, modern U.S. And there's some offhanded mention to, like, oh, well, they cut the landlines. It's like, yeah, but, I mean, satellite phones are a thing, right? Like, and it's just this one particular area. Couldn't you just like climb a mountain and use a satellite phone and like call the National Guard or the Army or whatever and take care of this in about, like after taking like an hour worth of thought if we stopped we would get enough momentum and slow down, go to the bottom and then make the jump. Like, wouldn't it take, like an hour hike and then you could solve every problem that you've presented in the game so far? And even if the answer is no, couldn't you just go up on a mountain and, like, repeatedly shoot flares at the nearest town until somebody noticed and was like, well, that's weird, maybe we should call the police, So I kind of, like, because in the third game, you're on an island, right? You're in Rakyat. The second game you were in like some just random place that's war torn. It's not surprising that there's no like law enforcement or whatever for the Mantis. We don't have the Mantis. I think that's one that you have to buy. We'll look next time we go to a map here. And then the third game was in Rakyat, which was an isolated island. So it wasn't terribly surprising that there were some crazy people around. No more than 5 faults. Yeah, the Mantis is unlocked at level 42, which is not actually that far away. And then the fourth game was in like the mountains of some small. I don't know that they ever established. Yeah, Kirat, right? It's like a lot of Tibetan stuff based around it. I don't think it was ever meant to be like a realistic place or location. I think that it was a made up because Rakyat and Kirat share the same lettering. I always assumed that they were just completely fictional. I don't know if they were obviously based on some pseudo-real places, but they're not real places. Yep, messed that up. Try this again. We want this to be low, I think. And then this one we want to be higher. Oh no, the next one we want to be higher. So we can jump this thing. And this one is just like in Montana or something. Like just a regular place in America. And it's just a little silly that, you know, the other games that took place in war-torn locations where there were crazy dictators, because that's what really happens in real life when... Okay, yep. Because that's what really happens in many places, is that a dictator takes over and then does whatever he wants and is often a crazy, very bad man. Okay. But throwing out, you know, that in like rural Montana or wherever, big sky country, it's a little silly. It just didn't fit with me. I didn't enjoy it. And then once I got in the game and started playing like the meat of the game, basically every mission has you driving somewhere, and it's really obnoxious, and I hate it. I hate everything about it. I'm unhappy that it cost me money. I'm unhappy that they put microtransactions in it. I'm unhappy with the game in general. Did not enjoy Far Cry 5. Was a real letdown after the past two games have been pretty good. Like, and don't get me wrong, 4 wasn't excellent. 4 was pretty good. 3 was excellent. And 4 was a slight letdown, but still playable, still enjoyable. And the 5th one, I mean, I haven't played any of it where I felt like, oh yeah, this is fun. Everything about it made me go, oh, this is kind of obnoxious. Which is not what you want in a game. But anyway, I've been ranting about Far Cry 5, so let's talk about something else. I was just playing Cataclysm right before this, and the game crashed on me, so I only got one recording out of it, because everything else, there's no autosave in that game. So I lost all my progress, and I was pretty furious about it, because I'm already having a bad time. And that just made my day even worse. So I thought, well, let's go to Trials, where if I get frustrated, at least, you know, people would expect that, because at this point I've been frustrated many times in this franchise, in this series. Yep, we did it. Gear crate, okay. Open this thing up, see what we get. Probably stickers. Although we've been getting a lot of bike parts and stuff. This is a neat sticker, nice skull sticker. Really irks me that they put currency inside of the loot box, because it's never comparable to the actual cost of a loot box, so you're always gonna basically lose money. We didn't do these yet. Let's do these. Finish under 100 seconds. Okay, I'll do my best. Maybe we'll try multiplayer again. We performed very poorly in the last episode. I believe we played multiplayer. Came in 4th, even though we finished in 3rd basically every round. We, for some reason, came in 4th, even though we were tied with the other guy. So I don't really understand why we lost, but okay. Oh, good. Everything about this game needs to be moving, because you're not going to enjoy the game unless everything around you is constantly in motion. Yep. Why is that doing that? Okay. Seems like no matter what, I wheelie off of this thing. I don't understand why. I'm holding forward to lean forward. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care at all. Yep. More BS. Oh, kind of thought I was supposed to go in the hole. Glad I didn't, I guess. It's a great place for a BMX race, right in the middle of a minefield. Yeah, look, I get it. It's Trials. Trials has always been a little a little ridiculous, but all of the things in this game so far have just served to annoy me. Like, I've yet to come across all this moving platforms and stuff and thought, man, that really adds to the experience. No, it's mostly been like, why? Why do you have to make every level so fucking busy? Why can't you just make me a level where I can kind of, you know, explore my skills and whatever, instead of making me, because like there's no way for me to know what to do, right? You come across, okay, this is, am I supposed to be in that? Yeah, I see, like that is just confusing. Why even put that in here? Why? And half the time we come up on a new obstacle and you have no idea what to do because it doesn't prep you for them, it just throws you in. And so a game like this, right, the way to succeed at a game like this, to truly excel on any given track, is to memorize it, right? Is to memorize where to let off the gas, where to accelerate. But you, whatever, I don't care. I just don't care. Just gonna keep playing. I guess we have to beat this guy. Oh boy. I'm just not happy. Just can't remember the last time I was happy. And it's just, every day sucks. And I don't know. Wheel of Death. Yep, yet again, no indicator that that was going to move on me. So I get to restart the level because I made the mistake of thinking the game was going to, you know, make it a flow instead of just, you know, throwing an obstacle at you that... Yep. Okay. This is fun. Yep. Yep. What happened to my commentary, you ask? Well, just not having fun. Games are supposed to be fun, right? Like, what happened to that? I remember when I was a kid, games were fun. You know, it's interesting, right? Because when I was a kid, so for instance, I used to play a game called Siphon Filter when I was a kid. It was a third-person shooter, kind of like, think like Tom Clancy, like, you know, you played like a spy kind of guy for the military, and you went to lots of different crazy locations, and you did different things, and like a spy, like a Tom Clancy novel. There was a lot of like espionage and people, terrorists planning to destroy the world, that kind of thing. And I really enjoyed those games. I do kind of like that coat, but we are of course going to stick with our sad guy. We are getting a lot more customization items as opposed to stickers, which is nice. I think we've completed all the levels that were unlocked. So I played Siphon Filter, and like, I remember playing that game for hours and hours and hours, even once I beat it. I think I had 1, 2, and 3, and then like, I think there was another one that instead of having a number was like just some random name attached to it. Did we do this? Nope. And I would play these games, and I would play the same levels over and over, and I would do it and try basically every weapon that's in the game, every possible tactic. I remember completing missions with just the taser because I wanted to prove to myself, like, it's cool, and I want to do this over and over. Plus, if you zapped people for a really long time, they eventually burst into flames, which was cool. But now that I'm older, I don't have that same drive. Like, once I beat something, I occasionally will replay games. So, for instance, Dishonored, I've probably played the first Dishonored about 5 times since it released, and Dishonored 2 maybe 2 or 3 times. And so I've been playing them over and over because they're really solid games and I enjoy the gameplay. but I always play them the same way. I'm always super stealthy. I never kill anyone. I do my best to... Because this game's not weird enough. You gotta throw in shifts in gravity and moving like this. Look at this level. It's just too freaking busy. There's too much crap going on. All I want is to drive my motorcycle. I don't want all this. This annoys me. Anyway, I play games now, and I play them more of like a min-maxy kind of way. Like if I play a game, I want... It doesn't matter how cool the weapon is. I want the most optimal weapon for any given situation. So when I was a kid, I would go through an entire level using the shotgun because like it was fun. And it would fling enemies back and whatever. Even if they were across the map, I would shoot at them with a shotgun. Adult me is like, well, that's really stupid. You should really use a rifle. Because, of course, a shotgun is not meant to, you know, fight at range. So the thing blocking our progress at this point is the stadium, which I think I will be doing off camera because I don't want to just sit here and fail over and over and over. So let's go back and do some contracts. Easy contract. 3 front flips. That seems pretty doable. And we got to beat a guy. And so I don't have that same sort of simple-minded joy that used to come with playing video games. You know, like I play Payday, right? Payday 2 is amazing. And if you haven't played Payday 2, you should, because it's a fantastic game. But when I play that game, I just look at the stats of the weapons. It doesn't matter that, yeah, it would be cool to use akimbo pistols, and yeah, it would be cool to do this and that. At the end of the day, all I want to do is be the highest damage output that I can at any given moment. So you're min-maxing. You're not playing for the joy of playing. You're playing for the most optimal that you can do. Do these front flips. We have to finish with squid. Wait a minute. What does that mean? I thought we had to beat a guy named Squid. Finish with squid. Thought we could fit a front flip in there. We can't. Finish with squid. I'm trying to think what that could possibly mean. Messed that up. Is there a collectible somewhere that I'm missing? Is that what squid means? I might have to look this up. There was a high path that I couldn't get to. After this jump, I think. The next jump. Yeah, there's a high path. I don't know if that's it, though. Messed up the same exact spot. Also haven't done 3 front flips either. Finish with squid. I don't know what that means. I mean, we didn't do the front flips, but I'm curious what it will say about the squid, if anything. Finish with squid. I mean, I wish I knew what that meant. Did we do it? Okay. I don't know. Maybe... Oh, guy just rose out of the ground. That's horrifying. Why is this... This is an extremely long animation going on. So let's look at the contract and see if there was more of an explanation, because I don't know what that means. Might have to look that up. That's pretty intriguing. It just says, if you can do this, you'll be famous. Well, we are at about 20 minutes. So why don't we call this episode here? I think I'm going to look that up. I'm curious. Are they all like that? Just front flip. Okay. Well, we're going to call this one here. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in the near future with more Trials Rising. Hope you're enjoying the videos. If you are, I'm a brand new YouTube channel. Consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it can help me out immensely when it comes to trying to turn this into something. So any support is welcome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.